This is the Simpli Sisters Podcast. Girl, get in here, settle down, settle in, take up space and breathe. Come in this safe space where we believe in the power of sisterhood. We encourage truth and dialogue that promotes peace, clarity, and freedom. Join us here for conversations for the soul, because there is so much to talk about.
Hello, and welcome to Simpli Sisters Podcast. I'm Simply Tammy,
And I'm Coach Gayl Benson.
and today we will speak to you about Don't F It Up.
Don't F it up. Don't greet your new season and a new journey with frustration, fear, falling victim to the whispers of the enemy,
Yes.
and forgetting who and whose you are.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Don't F it up.
Not to F it up. Not this time, but it's so easy to do. And when we don't understand our positioning and where we are, and there's so much going on, once we're able to grasp our thinking and our positioning and
Mhm.
understanding where we are after some work,
Right?
then you say to yourself, hey, don't F it up,
Right.
okay? Because let me tell you about the fear part of this
Yes.
is that when change occurs, that means it's something different. And we don't know the next step or what's going to happen. And if we don't have that God-fearing faith that we're supposed to have, where we just don't doubt and we just move and go and do like we've done, okay?
It's taking work.
It's taking work.
That word you said, it's taking work.
So it's going to feel, you're going to feel it inside of you. You're going to be like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like when you take that initial step, and then there's the second step, third step, fourth step. So, oh, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
And then that fear kind of subsides a little bit. What do you think?
I agree completely with what Simply Tammy said, because when we get into a new season, although we've been asking for newness, we've been asking for change and
Right.
increase and
Right.
abundance,
Right.
but we don't think about what it takes to step into the things
the
that
thing-
we've been praying for.
Ooh.
And so when the fear shows up, it brings doubt and frustration. And then we get distracted because of that fear and the frustration, and we start listening to the whispers of,
Right.
you can't do that.
Right.
Why do you think you can do that?
Right.
Oh, people gonna look at you crazy.
Right.
Well, Shantiqua and them tried to do that, or Ashley tried to do. Shantiqua tried. I'll be making up names, girl. You should be in the car with me, honey. Any type of reference to what somebody else tried to do and didn't do, fear will impart other people's fears and failures on you.
Yes.
And if we do not have faith,
True.
if we don't have faith in a spiritual relationship or an understanding of who we are
Right.
and the gifts that are imparted inside of us, we will settle in to those loud whispers, because fear is a whisper that is the loudest thing you will hear. And of all the things we pay attention to, have you ever noticed that we listen to the fear more than anything, even though God whispers to us and we know we hear it?
Right.
But let the enemy come to us through fear. It's almost by default. We listen to that, what we can't do, what we shouldn't do. We automatically put more weight on the can'ts and the ain'ts and the won'ts versus that subtle energy inside of you that comes from within that tells you it's time for you to do X, Y, Z. We run from that and we cling to the fear. You know why?
Right.
Because we have a history of working under the fear. We have a history of just going without, just watching our dreams plan in our heads and not reaching for the stars, because we've given a lot of weight to other people's failures, other people's fears, and we take it as our own when it's not.
Do this. We empower the enemy. And when you give the enemy more power and attention than you give the good Lord that you're calling on all the time, the good Lord that you're calling on daily, for things, it's a problem. And things are not going to move and grow. And what'll happen too, because I know you lose everything to be forced into submission.
Yeah.
And when you're forced into submission, that's when you can't reach out. That's when you're forced to go through that isolation, which that isolation is painful. And that's where you start gaining your strength, right?
Mhm.
You start understanding whose you are. Am I right?
Whose you are and who you are, and the strength that you told yourself that you didn't have,
Right.
and the power and the gifts that you convinced yourself
Right.
that you didn't have.
Right.
And I'm going to share something with you, and I know some of you can relate to this. Somebody said to me, why is it that, or let me go back to childhood, why is it that when we expect greatness or we're going into the next thing that we've asked for.
Right.
Why is it painful? Why do we always have to go? I hear it all. Why do I always got to go through something?
Right.
Number one, sometimes we always got to go through because we in our own way. We are in our own way. Number two now, we go through things because there are lessons to be learned. And we give a little bit too much credit because, see, the enemy don't have as much power as y'all be giving him. We give him too much acknowledgement and credit because it ain't that the devil is busy. It's that you're not paying attention. I haven't paid attention.
Right.
And everything that happens in our life, and because it's adverse, y'all think God won't put adversity in your life. Yes, he will.
Yes, he will.
Yes, he will.
Yes,
Ask me. I got the marks on my back, in my mind, on my heart. Trust me.
Yes.
He will put adversity in your life to move you to where you're supposed to be. It does not. Let me ask you this. When you pray for all this increase and this abundance and all this community that you want access to, do you think about what's required to get there? To maintain what you're given, and also how to impart it on other people. You have to learn lessons along the way. He is not going to give you a gift that he's not going to give you provision to bring forward. Weight training. You want muscles. You want to lose weight. Don't we all? You got to change your habits. If you want to get some muscles, you got to start picking up them weights. It does not feel good to weight lift in the weight train.
Right.
It doesn't.
Right.
But you need to learn how to lift those weights to tone your muscles.
Right.
Well, see, we are conditioned for that. We know we got to lift the weights to get muscles.
Right.
We know we got to change our physical activity and our eating habits if we want to lose weight or we want to get on the elemental P or whatever it is that we, getting on and stuff to do that. Okay? Because trust me, I tried the elemental P and it wasn't for me, child. But anyway, we are conditioned to know that we must do these things in order to get those results until it's a spiritual journey.
Right.
Until you come to a spiritual journey or growth and healing, because it's not tangible, because you can't see, it's the unknown. And we don't trust the unknown. Although we continue to get signs, we continue to get, somebody's like, oh, this keep happening to me.
Right.
That's the impressions coming to you that you need to move forward.
Right.
But we stay in fear because we're comfortable with talking about what we want to do, see? Because like Tammy said, the most important, the operative word that Tammy said here was, it took work, a lot of work, for us to tap into and understand how faith carries us through.
Right.
Your journey is not my journey. I pray to God you don't go through what I went through. And I pray to God it's some things in your life that you have overcome that God knows I probably couldn't even make it through. Because we are all conquerors in our own way.
Right.
And we don't realize how strong we really are until we come out of something. But you can't come out of it until you go in it and get through it and get to something to get through it. So your fear is going to tell you not to do it.
Right.
Frustration is going to keep you distracted from moving forward.
Right.
You're going to fall victim to those whispers. That's going to be the loudest thing you will ever hear. And then forgetting who you are and whose you are. Who are you?
Right. I'm Simpli Tammy.
And I'm Coach Gayl Benson.
But listen, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 2020. One, I made a decision that things in my life had to change. But the thing was, I didn't have the tools. I didn't have anybody to say, hey, this is how you do it. This is how you do it.
Na na na. Oh. Come back,
So
Gayl.
anyway,
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I spent a lot of time crying. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out things. But then I realized too, I was being pushed in some ways. Okay. And along the way, I did make some decisions that I should not have made. And I look back and I go, who were you? What were you doing? What were you thinking about when you did that? But now I look back and say, okay, that happened. But guess what? It taught me.
Learn something.
It taught me not to go back to
Learn
and do
something.
that. So now on this side of things, and it's a process, and there are going to be days you just fall to your knees and just go. There are going to be days you cry. There are going to be days that you just want to go be by yourself.
Yeah.
And when you're by yourself, I remember not too long ago, I told somebody, I received a word from the divine about them. And I told them what he said. I don't know why he brought it through me.
He
but
uses
he did. He uses who he wants to. You know, something happened the other day when I was with my spiritual advisor, and the word and the advice that was given to me, God had spoken to them, and they gave it to me. And I was like, well, I hadn't told them anything about any of this, but he had spoken to them about what it was that I needed to know. And I stood there. I was amazed. I said, well, you're an angel.
But listen, that's the problem. We expect God to come through the door and sit on the bed with us and say, hey, listen, I was trying. God uses people.
Right.
He uses people to speak to us, to give us information, to show us the way to go, to give us the wisdom that we lack in order to have the very things that we're asking for. And some of it we ain't even looking for because we don't even know the gifts that we have.
Right.
But he sends it to us. He will always send it to you. The problem is, God sends people to us so many times and in so many ways, and we fail to realize it and
we don't hear it. We don't see it. We don't feel it because we are moving in the same, the same 60, and then the same people.
Yeah.
The same this, the same that. And guess what? Then you're going to stay stagnant.
You're going to stay exactly where you are. And you want to sit down and have coffee with the robe and the Jesus slippers. But even if he comes sit down with you, are you even still going to do what he tell you to do? It is our receptors of fear that keeps us from hearing these messages and receiving when he places people in our lives. I'm going to tell you something. And this is the God honest truth. Even when I would, go through something or was going through something and I try to, like you said, we get, we seclude ourselves and we get quiet because we don't know what to do. We haven't been in this space before. And I'm very uncomfortable. And I want to just go back and do what I know how to do, which is not the right thing, okay? But when I try to step away and get remote and by myself, but honey, this right here, she don't allow it. And to me, my normal is to be able to do that. I was able to do that, even being in a house full of people, had a family of 4, and I could be alone. I could be alone in that house with no problem.
Right.
But now that I'm truly, living alone, but I'm not doing my life alone, because when I started to try to go back into that place, because I was afraid and I was in an uncomfortable place and I wanted to reach back and get that old, but my sister would not allow me to be there.
Right.
And God put her in my life. And I'm going to tell you something, because I saw Tammy calling me and I was like, I can't, Tammy. I just can't. And before I knew it, I had to pick the phone up. Hello. I ain't planning on picking the phone up. But I picked that phone up because God didn't intend for me to be in that space that I was in. Because, see, I've done that before. I've been in that dark place before and I sat there too long.
Right. But what happened was, and you have to be able to view the full picture. Okay? God gave all of us an assignment. He brought us together. It is my responsibility in this to make sure that I am doing and living the right way, because not only does it fall back on me, it falls back on you. It
Mhm.
falls back on our producer, our production team, everything.
Our
It
management
falls.
team,
So
everybody.
when I do something, I think about, oh no, I can't do that because God has already said, the divine has already said, don't do this anymore. Right. Spending money. Stop spending money. I'm following every direction that's given to me.
Mhm.
Stop spending money. Why? Well, things come up now. I have the money for us and we can do things.
Mhm.
So what I do will fall back on what we are
What we're
doing
supposed to.
together
Mhm.
and this whole situation. So I have to make sure that not only am I living up to what I'm saying, but that I'm moving in the right direction and that we hold each other accountable
Mhm.
and we pull each other back. And there are times that she has to say, well, Tam, to me.
Mhm.
So we do it together. Okay. And that's what having people in your life like that is about. And
Mhm.
you have that. And when you start seeing what God is doing and what he's brewing up, it's so beautiful.
It is. It is. And I know that we don't always get to see that big picture right before we make the decision to have the faith to move forward.
Mhm.
But we're going to talk to you about how to take the steps to lean into your faith
Right.
so that you can receive the abundance and intentionally use the gifts that have been given to you. We will talk to you about that when we come back from this break.
Be
We'll
right
be right
back.
back.
Hey sis. Sister. You're the one. Sister. What I call you are. Sister. No matter when life takes us through. 'Cause you're always gonna be my simply sister.
Welcome back to Simpli Sisters Podcast. We are on the other side of our conversation about don't F it up. Don't F it up.
Please don't.
Let me tell you, I have effed up some stuff. You understand? But in the hard lessons, in the times that I didn't think I had the ability to or the resources to, because I immediately told myself what I didn't have and what I could not do. First of all, I had to change the conversations that I had with myself. Once I changed those conversations, and then we talked about, well, why we always got to go through something to get something new and to advance.
Mhm.
But we have to get into that quiet place, and only God knows how to get us there so that we can listen and get those lessons, because we have to get the knowledge on how to receive what is already ours. We have to get the knowledge on how to make room for what is coming. We have to learn how to let some things go. We got to start lying. I'm going to plug that in there. We got to start lying. We got to learn how to let it in.
Yeah.
L-I-E. Let it in so
Right.
something new can begin.
Right.
We are all carrying so much old crap that doesn't belong to us anymore.
Right.
And our fear teaches us to hold on to that
Right.
because it keeps us stuck in that place. So we're getting ready to talk about habits and little things that we can do to reframe our thought process and reframe our mind so that we can step into our future.
Yeah. So it first begins with a thought.
Right.
And then it begins with a feeling. And then what happens is you feel a nudge. Then you see things moving and things becoming uncomfortable. That is your clue to stop. This is a tool. Stop. Stop is a tool. Get quiet. Be quiet. Okay. Although you may be a little nervous, you don't know what's going on.
Mhm.
When you start feeling that inside of you, and it's God telling you there's something wrong somewhere and that you need to start paying attention. So you stop, you start paying attention. Now, paying attention takes some thought because we're used to what? Doing everything the same way every day. And when I tell you to stop, listen, you will receive, not get, you will receive your answer. That answer It'd be telling you to go another direction, to move, okay? But these are the first two tools that you have to use in order for the NEW to begin. And I was nudged, pulled. I almost died because God was telling me something. I didn't listen. And I'm talking about death, casket death. I'm talking about physical death. I almost died because I did not listen. Had I listened, I would not have gotten in that car accident that I was in and totaled out my vehicle. I was told not to move, not to go. I didn't listen. Almost cost me my life. Now, if you think that the divine didn't get my attention then, boy.
Yeah.
But it took four more incidents, and then he yanked me. There was no car. There was no people. The whole situation had changed. So I had to stop and say, well, wait a minute, what's going on? Because now I can't do what I was doing. Fearful or not, something new was getting ready to happen. Change was occurring. And you could be in that situation when you're in fear.
And you know what, Tam? When you say you were getting, these nudges, you get the thought, you see the visions, you get, you feel that something. That's something inside of you. It has been imparted in you for all your life.
Right.
It's just now it's time for you to be activated. Now it's time for you to move. So you hear people say, I just feel something that's because that is the Spirit of God that's in you, activating what He's now ready for you to use. And a lot of times when He moves us and we get activated to do something, oftentimes it's not in the direction that we thought we were going to go. We didn't think that we were going to be going there because I'm doing this. I did this right here. This is what I'm doing.
Right.
Did I ask God, should I be doing that? But it's what I knew to do.
Right.
And it's what I knew how to do. So that's what I was over there doing. But when it came time for me to do what I was called to do, I felt like, I ain't doing that. What you mean?
Well, when I met you, that happened. We were on a Zoom call, and I was what?
Tammy was like,
I was so scared.
I don't think this for me. I don't think this for me. Listen, we had a lot of signs thereafter that really pushed us to be allowed to sit here with you today. They ain't gonna spell it all out. But what I will say is, even though we are so enthusiastic and committed to doing, we were so committed to doing a certain thing, but everything is in God's time. He used something as a tool. He used something as a tool for us to come together, to learn one another. And then He started showing us how we were aligned with the messages that He was giving her messages and giving me similar messages. But at the time, we weren't saying anything.
We weren't.
Until it came up one day and I said something to Tam. And she was like, that's funny you said that because.
Yes.
And then we started to continue to have the conversations. And then we started realizing
what was happening.
The messaging was the same. See, God's message doesn't change, but the vehicle in which He moves you, when we don't listen, that's like when you get in one car and you start going another way, and that car break down because now you got to get in this other car. Because see, that car not going to make it. That car won't make it to where you have to go. So now you got to get in this other vehicle.
Right. That's like you get to the stop. You're driving in your car and something says turn right. And you say, no, I'm going to go the other way.
Oh, that's my cousin Karen Smith. Karen, I hope you're watching this. Because Karen will be on the phone with me while I'm arguing with the GPS telling me to go a certain way. And I say, I know I don't have to go that way. That's not the way to go. Incident number 1. I was supposed to leave my brother's house and go up 75 and get on the turnpike to come to Orlando because they was like, go that way because I can't stand I-4. I swear for Lord.
Right.
How about I'm on there? I done got on the phone. I'm talking, conversation good. I'm driving. Next thing I know, I'm in Gainesville. I had to call my cousin And she trying to tell, well, Gayl, why you didn't listen to the GPS? And I said, because I know that wasn't the way I was supposed to go. She said, well, obviously not, because you lost. And a 2-hour trip turned into 5 hours because I decided to go to Gainesville, not listen to the GPS.
Mm-mm.
It was telling me which way to go, but I felt like I knew better than the damn
It cost
satellite.
time and a lesson.
And it cost me time, frustration, and a lesson.
Mhm.
Gas, baby, when I tell you, the destination already laid out for you. We do not know more than God. We do not. He don't need, I done said this before. Say it with me. He don't need no help guiding.
He already has your story written, just like this is.
You just got to step in.
You just have to step into
Step
it.
into it.
And like building.
Mm-hmm.
I am in the midst of, not only am I doing this podcast, working full time, and writing books, I am in the midst of creating like seven other.
Are you including the outside projects?
I have that going
outside?
on too. Yeah, I'm going to pay for my front. So, but it is just so much going on, and God is just pouring it in and pouring it on, and everything He's doing is the possibility of me becoming a multimillionaire.
Don't F it up.
But I do what said. I do what I'm instructed to do. I was up the other night because God woke me up, and I created a whole segment of something that's coming out. And I was not tired of it next morning, but I did what He instructed me to do. He said, get up, and I did it. It's true, people. The divine will lead you. He will give you what you ask for. But the asking for means that you have to do the work. You have to listen. You have to prepare. You have to change your thinking. You have to change your thinking. Okay? I said the other day that I'm overwhelmed, and I feel stagnant right now. And I was told, have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind? Do you see everything that you have put together? It's all over my house. Okay. And I sometimes step back and say, thank you, God, because He will give it to you in abundance too. Abundance comes in different ways. It's up to you to create. And all the abundance that He's given me is going to lead to other abundances.
With lessons that come with
That
it.
lessons that come with it. But thank God for Boss Lady, because
I'm telling you.
somebody to hold you accountable, keep you on task. Even though I am still learning Asana.
I was going to say, don't leave Asana out.
Asana is our
That's our project software that tell us when we got stuff to do. And when she put your name in there, it will notify you.
Yeah.
You got notifications on your email, because I saw it yesterday. Say, hey, Gayl, you was mentioned in the task. Now I'm very calm. I'm like, oh, my stuff done. I ain't got no task.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me.
I did.
Yeah, what could this be? I've already done it.
I've already done everything. What is that? No. This is how we do. This is how stuff gets done. This is how things get done. Because we do have to be held accountable, but we have to realize that we are in control. So we have to realize, how am I effing this up?
Yeah.
We got to be willing to look at ourselves and stop looking externally.
Right.
External factors get inside because we allow them inside.
Right.
So we have to look, how am I effing this up? How do I turn this around? Because I'm going to tell you, fear is going to come. And the only way you move past the fear is with faith.
Right.
Change your fear and exchange your fear for flow.
Right.
We're not saying you're not going to be scared, baby. I've learned to lean into the flow because I trust and I know that my Father has me.
Yes.
So how can you look at your daily habits and realize where you're effing your season up? What can you look at to make small, minor changes, change little things that'll help you to stop effing things up, and you lean into the faith, exchange your fear for flow.
Right.
Be faithful, not fearful.
Not fear.
Because we hear
Change your F's.
Change them F's. Switch out them F's. And be faithful.
Right. To
You know,
yourself.
and be fulfilled while you're going into that season. Trust that thing is for you. He gave it to you. He will make provision for you.
Ooh, talking about provision. God, there was a specific number that I dreamed about, and I wrote it. I typed it out. I put it in my truck, in my bathroom. I put it different places in my house. Well, here recently, I don't know if you remember, kept getting hit with these $700 bills. First bill, $700. Second bill was $700. Third bill was $700. Then came what? A fourth bill that was $700. So the first one had to do with my septic tank. I was not expecting what happened. I said, oh my goodness. I said, what am I going to do? I said, okay, what happened?
Showed up.
Never had to. I didn't have to pay one red cent for my septic tank.
It showed
right up.
provision.
I'm just telling you that this works. My tooth, they said, it's going to cost you $700. I said, okay, what happened? Didn't have to pay the $700 now. Okay, what happened? The other time, I had another bill come in. I said, okay, my monies is allocated towards me building right now, but these are the obstacles that come in to say, hey, whoop, step back. You got to deal with this too. So what happened? $700. What was that one for? I forgot.
The last one?
No, the 700. I know what the 700 was. I needed 700, and I worked. I worked.
Yeah, that was.
Guess how much I earned? $700.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So I had faith, even though I said, "Ooh, okay." It started stacking up. Now, guess what happened? I was just told I have to pay another $700.
Oh my God.
Right? Because I have to get another crown. So I just been hit with 700. But God gave me the 700 in my dream.
Each time He made a way.
He made a way.
Each time He made
So this is why we're telling you to have faith. Stuff is not made up. This is true. I haven't spent $700 yet.
Yeah. And we're not saying you're going to be like, these bills coming in. The thing is, it's a necessary evil. William going to be at your door several times a month, but you have to make sure that you are tapped in to reasoning with yourself about how faithful are you going to be. Do you want more? This is why I used to ask myself in a recent situation. And I said, what do I want more? Do I want more of what God has for me or what I thought that situation was going to bring me? And easily, even though I still had to grow through into the position of I want more, I want what God has for me. I don't want nothing more than I want what God has for me. And even through tears saying that,
yes,
I still received it. And I meant it. I meant it because I knew this time I was doing something different.
Right.
I was doing something different, and I chose to lean on to what God was going to do for me versus what I knew how to do or what I thought I was doing.
Right.
Because when we put ourselves in it, baby, that ain't it.
But it's nice to watch how, and I'm glad I'm on the inside to watch how that transformation in you and for you has occurred.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely, it's a lot, but it's so beautiful because now the gain is greater.
Yeah.
The abundance is coming. Say, while we're playing
checkers,
God is playing.
God is playing chess.
And let me tell you how this chess table looks. So imagine a chessboard and has all the pieces on it. And just imagine these pieces are moving. Nobody's touching them, but they're moving. It's like somebody has a magnet underneath, and these pieces, that's God. He's moving. I don't know how to play chess worth a darn.
And neither do I.
No, but I'm just telling you that that's how it looks. He might move. What's the king here and the queen?
The horse.
I don't know.
Move the horse and the stuff.
Telling you that's how it's done. And you're sitting there looking at this table and you thought that should have been moved over here, but God took it that way. And you're like, oh. So it's a process. It's an understanding. And it's something that you still have to work on daily.
Yeah.
Because I do. Every day I have to ask, Lord, why, how, every day, please guide me. And that's all we're asking you to do.
So just take little steps. You know, we can make our petitions, but don't forget to ask God, what will He have you do? I know we got our list of things that we want, but let's just inquire and ask, what will you have me do? And wait for the answer. Don't ask the question and answer it yourself like I was doing, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. I'm trying to avoid the things that I've been through. We trying to help you here.
Yes.
But again, the objective here is for you all to always be the best you that you can possibly be.
Right.
One small change and one step at a time. If you need help,
Right.
and you want to know how to learn how to let things in, you want to learn how to gravitate towards your future,
Yes.
email us. Go to our website. Email us at info@simplisisterspodcast.com. Our website is www.simplisisterspodcast.com. Reach out to us. We will point you in the direction of resources. Tammy has her beautiful book that is out, A Woman's Guide to Living, The Fight Up. I have a framework out, a tool called Learning to Lie that will help you learn how to let it in so that new things can begin.
Yes.
We are here for the Simply Circle family. If you haven't joined the family, go into the description. Join the Simply Circle family. Like and subscribe to this thing, and we can come back every week because it's going to always be so much for us to talk about.
Right.
And you know what? It's going to be a conversation for the soul. Sometimes it's easy like Sunday morning, and sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but it's from a place of love, and it is to help you grow because we are here intentionally to ignite your powers so that you can impart on others the gifts that God gave you.
Amen.
So we have to go. We would love to stay here, but we have to go. But we will see you all next week. So thank you for being here. Don't forget to make it happen beautifully. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.